Eagle on.
Yeah, man, dropped down and got its eagle on.
Shaking bait.
Bro,
Shaking like a seizure, boy.
that whole bridge came down like you ain't never seen something come down. Like worse than the towers in New York when they fell.
Like a house of cards.
Yep.
It just was gone.
Gone. Right? And that was right here in Washington State.
Yeah.
Right? But that's how the wickedness is.
The levees in Louisiana.
That's
back
Black
in
Rock.
Yep.
They called Jake off guard, man. Hey, hella Jakes died in that too, you know?
Yep.
And don't get it twisted. We know Bush blew up the levee. Yeah.
Hey, that's a beautiful illustration, man.
Yeah,
Because just like a dam, if a dam gets breached and that water start coming through, anything that's downstream from that dam, man, it's just gonna it's getting white. It's getting white because it's just gonna be a flood of water, man.
Yep.
It's just gonna be a huge reservoir of water that they've built up for who knows how long, getting breached, and all of that's coming at once, man. So that's illustrating beautifully how the Most High is about to judge this place, man. How he's about to judge these people that's constantly doing wickedness, man. Yep. All right, especially our people, man. The minions, the 2/3, all right, especially them. How the Most High is actually going to judge them. How they're going to get a full dose of destruction due to the fact that they've been engulfing themselves in wickedness and being in hand with this madman Esau Edom.
Yeah, that's right. Right, but there are those who adhere. Right, the Most High has those 7,000 who have not bowed the knee to Baal.
That's right.
As we were just talking about, what he told Peter, feed my sheep, feed my flock. And that's the spirit. The whole lesson I put together before I got here was about feeding the sheep. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 100 verse 3. Psalm chapter 100 verse 3. It says, know ye that the Lord is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture.
The sheep of the Lord's pasture, man. He made us his flock. We didn't create ourselves. We didn't form these bodies and blow a breath of life into it. It's like
No. You did.
We didn't. We had no parts of that. So he made us as sheep. And if you know anything about sheep, man, the sheep are docile. They go where the shepherd tell them to. Yep. And that's how, we ain't supposed to be docile, but we're supposed to be obedient to the shepherd, who is Yahweh Shai, who put other shepherds in place to lead the people.
Revelation 14.
This is Revelation chapter 14 verse 4. It says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins.
Yeah. They haven't, they're not given over to the lusts of this world. Right? They're given over to their true lust for Sophia, the wisdom, man. Yeah. We lust for righteousness. Go ahead.
Not defiled with different philosophies as well.
Yeah.
All these different wayward doctrines.
Yeah. Just like, they're not drinking that wine that Esau's passing out. And I ain't talking about a physical drink. I'm talking about their ways of life, their doctrines, their governments, their democracy, the whole beast system. Right? That's that wine that everybody's drunk off.
It says, these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth.
Right? But not the hopeful elect. Not those that go out on the highways and the byways week in and week out and earnestly do this work. Right? Studying to show themselves approved. Right? Giving that diligence. Because we want the Lord to find us working when he come back. Right? So you got those that took a drink of that wine and they're living in it. And then you have those that did not. The hopeful elect, the 144,000 out of 12,000 out of each tribe in the nation of Israel.
It says, these were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High, Jehovah Shai, and to the Lamb.
Yeah. Were we not in this world at one point before we were called back to our true nationality and our true selves and the truth of these scriptures? Were we not amongst men? Damn right. We was out here doing nigga stuff. But the Lord called us. And we heard. Right? Not everybody could hear the Lord's voice. Because not everybody's a part of his pasture or his flock. Go ahead.
You want to get back in Psalm?
Yep. So were we close to it?
Psalm
Did we finish
103.
it? Nope, that's it. Jeremiah 50 and 6.
Okay.
Oh, you got it? Okay, you got it.
This is
53 and 6.
This is
You ready for this?
Come.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountains to the hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
So, one more time.
You wanna, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away from the mountains. They have gone from the mountains to the hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Right, so like if the sheep forgets where it's supposed to load up every night, right, with the gates closed and the protection of the shepherds, it's going to wander off. And that's what we as a nation did. We wandered off from the shepherd who is the creator.
Hey, it's easy for a sheep to get lost.
Easy.
It's easy for that's why that's such a common reference in the scriptures. A lost sheep. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy for a sheep to just wander off on their own and then end up lost, man. Because they're a pack, they're a herd type of a creature.
Yes,
you know, to where when they're removed from that, you know, it overwhelms them. That they're no longer, you know what I'm saying? It just they're easy to lose themselves, man.
Yep.
All right, which is why you need a shepherd that's constantly watching the flock, making sure that everybody, you know, sheepdogs that's making sure the pack stays together. Hey, don't wander, you getting too far off, they start nipping. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
That's what that staff is for.
Yep.
Man, I used to live around this, every year they had border collies, and it's the biggest like gathering of border collies, and they'd come and they would herd sheep with them, with whistles, with command signs, with all kinds of different stuff, and it was amazing to watch. But a shepherd has that staff, so he could yank that sheep, grab him in, danger over here, danger over there, man. And that's what the Lord gave us these scriptures for, to show us clear danger, because he wants life for his people. He created us to live in a righteous life, man, and to have what he wants for his children.
Yep.
Quick. This is John chapter 10, verse 10. It says,
I got John in there.
actually, I'm gonna start at verse 7.
Hold off on that one.
It's a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I got all that.
Okay.
Did you want more than this verse 6 in that?
Is there more on it?
Nope.
No. Okay.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 53, verse 6. It says, all we, like sheep, have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Right, so we the nation of Israel turned everyone to their own way. We no longer wanted the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator, of the Heavenly Father. We wanted a king. We wanted to be like these other nations so much that they signed an agreement of wickedness, man. They signed on a dotted line like, yeah, man, we don't want to be righteous no more. We want to be like y'all. In the time of the Maccabees, right? They went down, they started making the gym, right? They started doing all kinds of crazy wickedness with the heathens, man.
Yep. It says, and it said, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. That's Yahweh Shai. You know, Yahweh Shai got up on the cross mainly for the elect, okay? But as a whole, the bigger picture for all of Israel.
That's right.
Verse 7. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth.
Right? Is the servant greater than the master? No, he's not. So we got to go through that too. We got to be persecuted. That's why he said he didn't want us out of this world, so we could learn that lesson. So we can understand what we're about to receive.
Yep. Verse 8. It says, he was taken from prison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living, for the transgression of my people was he stricken.
Yep. And that was a great thing, man, because that saved the lives of the whole nation, like the brother said. But those that were scattered, like Caiaphas said, those that were scattered, right? Those that didn't know they were Israelites, which is the whole nation now, was called back, right? And 144,000 are called all the way back to who they are, to understanding that they are of the Most High Creator and that he created us to be the rightful rulers of this planet. Not under Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and his wicked rule, because he turned our people into a bunch of gremlins, man. Right? I'm talking about when we were in our righteous state. You know, when we was under the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High and the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Verse 9. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Right?
And Yahweh Shai didn't come that way. When they would ask him questions, he didn't get all riled up, start talking shit. He said, you said I am. Right? He put the ball back in their court like he was playing basketball, man. You tried to shake him and he was right there with the defense like, nah, man.
Yeah, like even like ping pong, right?
Yeah.
You got good ping pong players. You know, they'll fucking be on this side of the table. You know what I'm saying? And they'll put a spin on the ball and hit it, and you think the ball is gonna go diagonal because you know they're over on this side of the table, but they'll hit that mud to where it'll fucking curve and hit that side of the table. So that's what Yahweh Shai was doing. They would hit the ball, try to get the corner, the ping pong ball on the furthest corner of the table, and Yahweh Shai is already there, prepared for it, and hitting it. And the answer he gives them is a curveball, and it fucks them all up. Yeah. You know, and like it said, so like it said, it mentioned made his grave with the wicked and whatnot. Yahweh Shai, they tried Yahweh Shai as a wicked individual. You know, he was in between two criminals when he was being crucified. Yep. On the left and the right, you had two individuals that were justified in receiving the punishment they received. Yep. But here it is, Yahweh Shai is getting tried like he's a wicked individual, which we know in the reincarnation he was paying for what he did as Solomon. But as Yahweh Shai, he committed no sin. You know.
Also, that had to happen to man, that was a beautiful point. You remember Forrest Gump when he was playing that ping pong, boy? Couldn't nobody touch him. And that's like Yahweh Shai when he was on the scene, man. The Pharisees, all their training, all their learning, all that time, generational information coming down, secrets from this and that. They couldn't confound the man. That's how powerful Yahweh Shai is, man. And that's the same one that's coming back, but he's not coming as a lamb this time. He's coming as a lion.
He's not gonna meet you as a man.
He ain't gonna meet you as a man. He's coming in the spirit of his father, man. That he's coming with that vengeance.
Verse 10. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He had put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand.
Yeah. That's going a little further. No.
This is John 3:33. It says, he that hath received his testimony hath set to his seal that the Most High is true. For he whom the Most High hath sent speaketh the words of the Most High, for the Most High giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him. The Father loveth the Son, and hath given all things into his hand. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life, and he that believeth not on the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of the Most High abideth in him. The point being that the Spirit wasn't given by measure unto Yahweh Shai, so that's how Yahweh Shai was able to confound those doctors of the law as a child, as a young man, being 12 years old, you know.
He's given a full dose.
He is the law. Exactly. He's a word made flesh.
Exactly.
So of course he's not going to have measure because the law is him. He is the law. So if he had measure, that means he's not the full law.
Yeah, which means he wasn't who was prophesied to come.
Yeah, exactly.
And which would have made him blasphemous, and that's what they was trying to do. But he was not blaspheming. He was bringing you the truth. He was the way. He is the shepherd. And he...
Yeah. I am the way, I am the truth, I am the light. Yeah.
I am the way. Walk ye in it.
No man can come to the Father but through me. All right, anyone that tries to come up a different way is a thief and a robber, man. Or a thief and a liar or something.
Yes, indeed.
Real quick, just because this was quoted, this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man. Yeah. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, that's talking about Yahweh sending Yahweh Shai back to deliver the 144,000, his sheep, his elect, and devour and destroy everything else in his way besides what is ordained to still be here. Yeah. But Babylon and everything in it, the people, the creatures, except for the desert creatures, gone, man. Gone.
Hey, that puts in perspective that you talking about military might or war might. Esau Edom, he takes the cake here on the earth, man. He's the top dog, man. He's got the highest military, whether you're looking at America or Russia or so on and so forth. But the Most High is telling you that when Yahweh Shai comes, Esau's going to be so superiorly outclassed, man. All right? Because he's not going to be greeted as a man. He's not going to be greeted on that same type of a playing field, man. So, the scale is going to be just tipped solely in one favor. And Esau Edom is not going to be on that favor side, man.
That's right, because he had his time, right? How is that like the Most High is fair? Because Esau came out first, but the Lord rejected him, man. That's why he has no place of repentance, and that's why he's like a spoiled baby trying to go out throughout the whole earth and ruin every damn thing. Throwing a tantrum. He don't want nobody else to receive anything else, because he didn't get the whole thing. But he still got blessed with a kingdom where he was in rulership, where he had the might, where he was the top dog, looking like a frail ass little chihuahua, but yet he's the most powerful on the planet right now.
Right.
He had his time.
Yeah, chihuahua, you got them people that be getting them surgeries to make the biceps and calves bigger and shit, bodybuilders and whatnot be looking all crazy. That's Esau, man. This synthetic kingdom. He's a chihuahua, but they did some.
He mixed the chihuahua with Great Dane. Now he's a Chodane.
A Chodane. Yeah, Chodane.
The brother was saying that the only image in my head was biking.
Oh, frail ass.
Larry King.
Yeah.
Larry
King. Oh man.
Dead ass.
Hey, I just realized how ugly that motherfucker is.
He dead.
That nigga was showing all kind of. I didn't realize his head was that fucking huge.
That nigga looked like an
That
alien.
shit was crazy.
He looked like this
Like a light bulb.
from The Simpsons. He had that.
Yeah.
No, he looked like a Squidward.
And he had an octopus head.
Like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was just gonna say that.
No, he got the head like the nigga off of what's the shit? The Lantern, Green Lantern.
There we go.
Sinestro.
Yeah. The nigga from that cartoon, the one kid show with Megahhead,
Megamind. Yeah, he
Looking like
must
Bobby's
have,
World.
He must have some type of gook in him. You know what I'm saying? Have a head that big. Shit.
Water head. Got the water head.
What's the show? The nigga with the big ass head, the little cartoon show.
Jimmy Neutron.
No, that's one. That's one. But the other nigga who had the big ass head.
Football shaped head?
Yeah, the football.
Bobby's World.
Oh, Bobby, there we go. Bobby's
Bobby's
World.
World.
Bobby's World. Yep.
I got This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 11. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. But time and chance happeneth to them all. Because you was was saying that, you know, Esau even received the kingdom or whatnot. So this is the time and chance that the Lord allotted for Esau to rule outside of, you know, the Roman Empire, which this is the Roman Empire revived, like I'll grab the scripture where it said the deadly wound was healed.
Yeah.
You know, so from the Roman Empire till now, you know, that was Esau's reign.
The iron,
you know?
the iron is still there. It's just it's mixed with the miry clay now.
Quick.
Real quick on what you said. Yeah, I lost it. Go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Go ahead,
so that ties in with what the brother read. You know, Esau had his moment to shine in the sun, but the Most High is going to take him out of the way here in the near future.
And when he's about to be full and he's in the sufficiency of his excellence, the Lord going to tear that up. Right? As you're building up your desolate places, the Lord's going to throw it down. Because there's a sacrifice in Bosra. Right? The fat of rams and lambs. But it's going to be all Edomite meat. It ain't going to be no lambs and rams. It's going to be goats, if you can receive that.
Oh, no. I was just going to comment on what this brother said. He said Esau got his time in the sun, but here it is. He's trying to block the sun out. Fuck, you gonna shine without the sun, my nigga?
Yeah.
Well, they got China that can produce something better.
Artificial light.
Right now.
Hey, well, you is going the sacrifice in Bosra, being in America, you're gonna have 2/3 with their lambs, but you know they got the appearance of a goat. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have a mix of all kind of shit getting burned up here.
Yeah. There as
What's
their
that?
father the devil.
Is this like is it a Jewish? Are you Jewish or
No.
Muslim?
Ish is, you know, in the English language, ish is a suffix that means kind of or alike.
And what are you as far as I don't know?
So in the Bible, when the Lord brought the nation of Israel together, right? That's who he gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to. There was no other nations there.
Right.
Right? So those
are the tribes. I know.
Yeah, these are the tribes of the nations according to the scriptures.
Yeah.
Not according to the Balfour Declaration of 1947 through 49, where imposters came into the land and started taking over the whole land and kind of started doing the ways. That's where the Jewish come from.
Oh.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah. We have a back. I just didn't know what your affiliation.
Well,
I mean, what is it? A music or is it?
No. We, according to the Bible,
Yeah.
the true Jews, the true Israelites, because there's more than just Jews.
Yeah.
There's 12 tribes.
Right. Oh.
Judah is just one of the tribes.
Yes.
So you the people that's known as Jewish today,
Yes.
you guys became known as Israelis or Jews under a man named Kagan Bullen, which he was a so-called white man, a Caucasian man, who he was looking for a religion for his people.
Yeah.
So what he did was he got with the actual Levitical priests and the ways of the Bible, the teachings of the Bible was taught to this man Kagan Bullen, and he gave that to his people. So they assumed and assimilated to the identity of Jews. All right, but the true Jews is the so-called Negroes in America. All right, and this is simply what we're called today.
I see.
But the 12 tribes are what you see on this side. This is what we're called today. But before we were called this is what we were called. You know, go ahead.
Are you
Revelation chapter 3, verse 9.
You ask a question after.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved them.
Right, because the people that's known as that call themselves Jewish today are not the real Jews. All right, and that's something that a lot of people don't know. But we're in the end of the road, and the Lord, part of the end of this society is the truth being made known. All right, so in the kingdom of heaven, these people are gonna be ruling. The same way Caucasians rule the world now. Grab Job 9:24. The earth, the scriptures tell you who the earth is ruled by. All right, so the same way these people are looked down upon, the same way we're at the bottom of society. You know, you can have a prominent neighborhood, right? Certain places here in Bellevue. You start seeing Mexicans and so-called Negroes move in, the property value goes down. You know, which is true. That's just, it's a fact, because that's the way the society is set up to shun these people and pretty much maintain these people being at the bottom of society. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, when these people rule, things is gonna be turned right side up. And grab that Revelation 2, the leaders in captivity shall go. Ask your question.
Oh, just on the history of that. Are you familiar with the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD?
Masada.
Right, when Titus and Vespasian and Tiberius Julius Caesar, I think his name is.
Tiberius Julius.
He was an Israelite. He was
right.
a Jake. But they went in and in 70 AD and they totally sacked Jerusalem. 3 million Negroes, what are known as Negroes today, were forced into a land that wasn't theirs.
Tiberius Julius Alexander.
Tiberius Julius Alexander. And they were forced into the western and the interiors of Africa, right? And if you read in Deuteronomy, the 28 and 68, it reads how we would be taken with ships from Egypt, right? Just Egypt being a place of bondage, right? And be brought into a place where we would go back into bondage.
It said we would go into Egypt again with ships. Because what you got to understand is, read it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Now, when you hear this, think about who this applies to as a race of people, who this applies to on the planet Earth. Go ahead. Yep. Now, mind you, in ancient Egypt, when the Israelites were in ancient Egypt, when we got delivered out of ancient Egypt, we went through the Red Sea, which really is the Gulf of Aqaba. We left Egypt, went through the water, and can you pull up a map?
No, we know. I just gotta get him. We had to stop by the paper source, but I appreciate your explanation.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted validation. I was thinking it was that, and it is. So it's very nice that you're out here and proclaiming it. So.
No, thank you for inquiring. Yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
You still want to read that? 68? All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
I think it was a Gulf of Suez, excuse me. Suez.
Yeah, Suez.
Not Aqaba, that's on the other side. Go ahead.
It's like in that same.
Yeah, it's, you know. Camera can pick that up.
You gotta go towards the camera. There you go.
You got edified today.
It wasn't what she was expecting.
Some spirit.
It wasn't what she was expecting. Because basically she just, see, but that's the thing. Once it's revealed onto you, you can't take back, you can't forget the knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? It burns into your mind, man. You can't just be like, well, I don't know anymore.
I don't believe what them guys said.
I'm just gonna forget about that. That's about to be rattling around in her mind for a long time, because the scriptures tell you that the word of the Lord is sharp. All right, it's sharp. It cuts through even to the bone and I forget how that's exactly.
The marrow.
Yeah, I forget how it's exactly phrased.
Yeah.
But the word is sharp, man. If you get touched by this word, it ain't you can't just retract from that as if it never happened, man. You ain't leaving without leaking. You know what I'm saying? You gonna hey, there's a blood trail, man. You know. Oh, can I read this real quick? Because I pulled this up while the woman was here. Which is, yeah, this is, I pulled it up. This is on, I guess it's on some Twitter account called African Revolt. But it says, this is, like the brother said, Abdul Nasir, this is his quote. It says, "You will never be able to live here in peace because you left black and came back white." Gamal Abdul 1952, second president of Egypt, Gamal Nasser, quote about fake Jews currently living in Israel. Gamal Nasser was the leader of Egypt from 1954 until his death in 1970.
Yeah, and he's just as much as a hypocrite as a so-called white man, right. Because the rightful rulers of Egypt are the what you would call Sudanese now. You know what I'm saying? So he's an Ishmaelite, or yeah, he's an Arabic. He's an Ishmaelite down there trying to act like the rulers of Egypt. It's crazy, man.
I was gonna say the last thing she said before she left was shalom.
Yep.
But hey, can I read this quick? This is Isaiah chapter 48, verse 22. There is no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked. So that's why when them Edomites went into that land, the first night they had it was warfare, man. And that right there was a indication that those were not the true people. Okay, they're not the true people, because it say when the true people go back to the land, when we go back to the land, it's going to be peace throughout the whole world.
Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
That's right, man. So hey, that word is gonna cut. It's gonna cut deep, man. All right, that's gonna pierce through whatever lie defense they built up. That's that sword that's gonna just straight up go through it, man. All right, that's a sword that when you think about like the Juggernaut, how he's unstoppable once he starts moving. It's the same thing. That sword, if that sword's swinging, it's cutting through whatever's right there in its path, man. All right,
like a hot knife through butter.
Like a hot knife through butter, man. Ain't nothing gonna be able to stop it, man. I don't care how much of a defense these people want to build up with these lies that they portray. It's not gonna stop this word of the Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah. And we got a couple scriptures coming that go with this, Isaiah 53:6, where it says, all we like sheep have gone astray, right? Because we did, right? But they're not the people that went astray. That Balfour Declaration wasn't them coming back into the fruition of the kingdom of heaven. Because like the brother said, ain't no peace on earth right now. Ain't no peace here. And ain't no rightful rulership here, right? Because you still got them rats over there committing all kinds of heinous acts in the Holy Land. So come on with that lie, man. That's some old. Y'all can't pull that shit no more. You done let us read. You should have kept us in slavery and not let us read, because now we know all your lies.
That's right.
And now we know who we are.
Go ahead,
This is Matthew chapter 18, verse 11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
Right? And what was lost? 100